talked to her about the Khalistan movement, which has been drawing a lot of attention over social media and media in general. And we wanted to ask her what her thoughts on the Khalistan movement were.
First of all, it's a great honour to be here. I am actually a trained and qualified nurse still.
Yes.
I still work as a nurse.
Yes.
I work on several radio stations.
Okay.
And I've been doing this for many years, campaigning really about the fact that they are deliberately destroying our health.
Yes.
And of course, this is why this is all linked, because they're starting with the food around the world. They want to take over the food because we are what we eat. Today's food becomes tomorrow's cells, and no amount of exercise or pharmaceutical drugs are an offset for a poor diet. And then, of course, we've got the Anglo-Indian Alliance, and 50% of the pharmaceutical drugs on the global market come out of India. And they've actually stated that within the next few years, they're going to double that. They're going to increase it, they've said, by 100%. So what that means is that they're going to be flooding the market even more with medicines that are substandard. And 75% of those factories in India that are making those medicines do not even come up to World Health Organization standards. So China's supplying chemicals. They are producing all of these drugs for the world market, and they're poisoning their own people, the food in India, the cattle in India, the water in India. And why? So that the rich get even richer. And what they're bringing in here is a whole system, like the caste system there. So this is all linked. When you see what's going on, you see the farmers in Delhi, and thousands of them have lost their lives, and in Holland as well.
So is the Khalistan movement justified? The Sikhs asking for their own country, is that justified because they don't want to be a part of India? Do you think is this one of the reasons why Sikhs would be entitled to say, okay, hold up, we don't want to be a part of this union? You're forcing us to live with you guys, but you're the way you guys have structured the government and what you're doing is just about feeding yourselves and destroying humanity that lives.
Right.
Is that what it is?
Well, so I absolutely. I always have a saying: "Show me a Sikh, and I'll show you a man."
That's a nice saying.
It's a great saying,
Yeah,
and whenever you see, you can see Sikh men totally outnumbered, and they have honour, and they will go in for what they believe in. And your guy that was a Bollywood actor, he didn't need to do what he did.
Oh, Deep Sidhu.
And he martyred himself. And he didn't need to do any of that, but he saw what was happening and could not let all that money and that glory and that Hollywood, Bollywood career, he put all that aside and went for what he knew was the truth. So, yeah, absolutely, I stand by it, because what I see in my own culture, if we can call it a culture, and we're told now everything is multicultural, is I'm not seeing many men rise to what's happening. We're losing our right to protest, our right to free speech, and we see our men just idolising football, idolising celebrities, and not actually standing up to what's going on. It's not natural for me as a woman to stand up and be out speaking. But that's what's happening. So, I'm very, very respectful of the Sikhs.
So if tomorrow there was another referendum in the UK, do you think that the UK government should be backing it, and so should the UK public in general? Because there was a referendum that was held a couple of months ago in the UK, last year, it wasn't a couple of months ago, last year. And Mr. Corbyn was there, and there were several other people that came out to support it. But the UK government turned around and said, look, we've got nothing to do with it. We don't even recognise it. But in the coming time, over the next couple of years, if there's another referendum that might be held in the UK where Sikhs go out to vote to say that whether they're going to stay in the Indian Union or leave, do you think that the British government and the British public should back it?
Well, I would back it. I mean, look at that, what's actually being said. It's okay for, not for thee, but it's okay for we. So they'll back other political movements. And look at what's happening now, where we have all our borders just seem to be open, and we're having asylum seekers. Are some of them asylum seekers? I'm having people from hotels who are running hotels coming and telling me things, and that's not against some of those young men that are coming in, whether their reasons are honourable. But how can we then say that we're supporting that, but we're not going to support the Sikhs? looking for their independence. How can we say that?
Definitely. Thank you for speaking to us. We'll definitely
welcome.
we'll definitely take out another time and maybe sit together and go through this in detail. But we'll just continue on with your show today that you're going to be doing here with your presentation on the
Avoiding and reversing disease naturally.
That's it.
Ministers of healing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.